Good morning, third graders. Happy Monday. Welcome back to another week of distance learning. You may notice I don't have a new anchor chart in front of me today. That's because I wasn't ready to make one yet until after we talk about our lesson or our skill for the week. So, our skill for the week for reading is going to be identifying and using text features. Now, text features, remember, are mostly in information text. And a text feature is anything about the pages in the book that give you extra information about the topic. So let me give you a couple of examples. Today I'm going to be using this book, and actually we're going to use it all week, to find out some information about wolves. Now last week we read a fairy tale about wolves, but that's not going to give us the facts about what wolves are really like. So this week we're going to read this book, which will tell us what wolves are actually like. Now, even just looking at the front cover of this book, I can see a couple of text features. I see a title here. It says Face to Face with Wolves. That tells me what the book is going to be about. And I see a text feature here. This is a photograph of a wolf. And it actually gives me a little bit more information about the title. Face to Face with Wolves. Well, I really am face to face with a wolf. So I bet I'm going to learn a lot of close-up information about wolves from reading this book. Let me look through it and see if I can find any other informational text features. All right, I'm seeing a bunch of text features on these pages too. If I look here, I see a photograph. This one's of the author. But what I'm really thinking about right now is what's next to the photograph. Can you see there? There's some words, and they tell me more information about that photograph. That's called a caption. There's also a caption down here that gives me more information about this giant photograph on this page. You really got to make sure that you read all of the captions when you're reading informational books, because otherwise you might miss some of the most interesting and coolest information. Let me see if I can find some other text features in this book. Ooh, this is a good one. A lot of times in informational books, you're going to find stuff like this, where here's all of the paragraphs. You know, they're like informational paragraphs, like we've been learning about. But here is like some extra facts about one particular topic. So for example, this one says, "What big eyes you have." That reminds me of Little Red Riding Hood. Here's what it says. "Throughout history, wolves have inspired both fear and admiration." Oh, so I think that this box is going to give me some information about what people think about wolves. It's got what we call bullet points here. Each bullet point is going to be a different fact. That's another text feature in this information book. Let me keep going and look for maybe one more kind of text feature. Here's a really good one. On this page, we have a map. Now, when you're reading an information book, a lot of times maps come super handy because they tell us where in the world, or where in a country, or where in space something happens. This map is telling us about where wolves live. And that's super important information if I'm trying to learn about wolves. One final one. I said that that was going to be the last one, but here's our actual last one. At the back of every single information book, you're likely to find a glossary and an index. The glossary tells you what some important words mean. You won't find every word in the glossary, but a lot of times some of those new scientific words, those are going to be in the glossary. You'll find the word in bold and then the definition that tells what it means in regular text. And the last one is the index. The index is a great place to look if you're trying to find a particular topic in the book. It tells all of the topics in the book in alphabetical order, and then it gives the page number afterwards. For example, if I want to learn about wolf packs, I can check under P, and it tells me packs is going to be on pages 10 through 11, pages 15 through 19, and on page 28. All right, that was our little intro to informational text features. We're going to start digging more deeply into some particular text features tomorrow.